Hey there, it's Dr. Crypto here, and I've just been checking my X feed, and my God, am I seeing, a lot of negativity, a lot of people frustrated, bored, capitulating, people fighting between themselves, and is this like the sign of the bottom? Because I know I myself is getting a little bit frustrated because we're all waiting for this alt season to come, and and the thing is, we've been seeing like the stock markets starting to rally, they're going up in value, and then we see check our charts on altcoins specifically, and even Bitcoin to a point, and we don't see any movement at all. The only movement we see is that we keep on dropping down even further and further and further. And obviously, a lot of people now are seeing losses in what they previously made back in early in the year, because we had that beautiful movement, didn't we? A lot of the gaming, we hit the bear market lows, and then we started pumping up, and then suddenly the momentum, the steam just started to dry up. It just seemed to slow up, and then Bitcoin sort of hit that point at the $70,000, and then started to pull back, and then the altcoins started to drop, and then we had that bit of capitulations last week, and it's just been a lot of like, wow, when is gonna happen? When altcoins going to go to all time? Where's CRO going to go to that dollar, $1.05 or $2? What I've been mentioning in that, and I'm pretty sure it's going to get there. And we're starting to see the momentum at the moment. It's just dying out, because we could see here, on the fear and greed, we're at 27. It was only last month we're at 69, then it went to neutral 29, and now we're at fear again at 27. But what we are seeing is, we're still seeing on the Bitcoin side of things, we're still seeing this is generally still in that fire sale at the moment. It's trying to make its way up to that buy area, but at the moment it's saying it's the fire sale. But when we're seeing a lot of retail getting bored and capitulating, you know, we're seeing like a lot of these institutions, the banks, they're all buying, and we can see we've got not very much. 11 million, it's not very much, but they're still there, they're still accumulating. And one of my signs is the bottom, I think, is getting very, very close, is the sign of that the people are capitulating, people are bored, and they're leaving. And it is frustrating, because we seem to see this all the time. It seems to be happening all the time, but we just don't see the price appreciating yet and going up in value. Because at the end of the day, we're all here to make a lot of money. We all want to make life-changing money. We all want to be either retire or buy our dream car or pay off our mortgages, and become basically financially free, in the terms of you've got money there, you've got fiat there, or you got fiat and you're still holding your Bitcoin as well, and you can do a lot of things, can't you? Take your family on that really nice holidays, because we all know at the moment times are very, very, very difficult in terms of the mortgage rates and the shopping, and a lot of people are struggling. And I know a lot of people are struggling financially, and we want to just break free of that, don't we? We want to get some money, dollars or pounds or euros behind us in that bank for security for all ourselves. We all want to make a lot of money to make that life changing side of it. But we do see we've just got to hang in there. That's what I'm saying. We've just got to hang in there, because at the end of the day, we could all just give up. Look, at the end of the day, I've through being an investor myself, and I own property, in the stock markets, and not just and crypto as well, obviously. But it's all about just holding on there. It's depending on your time frame as well. We are in the midst. We're in this little bull market at the moment. At the moment, it doesn't feel like it, but we are. But we're waiting for that big move to happen, and it will happen. It will happen, and it will happen when you least expect it. And right now, to me personally, these are buying opportunities, because when you see like these banks and institutions buying, then obviously that's the time for me. And if you haven't got the money to buy, just sit on your hands and go out there and just walk away for a little bit. Come back in September, October time, because don't forget, a lot of people, a lot of these investors are on holiday still. They will be starting to come back come end of August, beginning of September. Because, like I said, on here, we're getting a lot of banks. They're all buying. They're starting to buy, which is it's a major thing. And we got Jamie Coots here, who is saying here the central banks are capitulating. The liquidity spigots are opening. Bitcoin is about to go much higher. So it doesn't feel like it now, but it is. It is going high. If you look at Bitcoin and you zoom out, if you just go to Bitcoin now and you put it on a monthly chart, for an example, instead of looking at a daily, and you look at the monthly chart, it's just up. Yes, you get the dips. We can see here and here, and we can see the bottom of 2021, 2022 coming in, bear market. And then look at that, we're starting to come in. But if we put it on the daily on Bitcoin, put it on the daily, we basically zoom out daily. Yes, we had that big capitulation a bit there, where it came down all the way down to around about $49,000. We sprung back up, and we've come back. We're in that range again, basically, just ranging. It's just I find this very dangerous. If you're leverage, it's very, very choppy. It's chopping people out, chopping shorts out, chopping longs out. At the end of the day, it's just choppy range. And all we see on the liquidity heat map is at 60,000. We've got like a bit of resistance there. But if we look out on the 6 monthly, we can see it's getting there around about that $70 to $72,000 mark. So we've got a bit of, obviously, got orders there which could get liquidated, which is 5.6 billion, and then we've got further up 3 billion. So we've got an area of resistance around there building up. But like I said, going back to what Jamie says here, which is, I think, is an extremely important tweet. And he says, my composition global liquidity momentum has provided the first bullish regime signal since November of 2023. Recall that Bitcoin rallied 75% in November to April before the regime flipped bearish. And that is what I'm actually saying earlier. That like now, just go out there and enjoy your holidays, because obviously a lot of these big investments in the stock markets are out on holiday. Liquidity is low, volume is low, and it's easily manipulated to the upside downside. And that's why we're getting this choppy feeling. But when they come back, September, October onwards, that is when I think the moves are going to move. And what have we got coming up in November, which is going to cause a lot of volatility? And obviously, we've got the elections and the presidential elections, Harris and Trump. And that's going to bring a lot. And we know Trump is actually pro-crypto now. Harris, the Democrats, I don't like getting political, but I just do not trust the Democrats. I do not. Because through all this time, the Democrats have just been against, not all, but most of them have been against crypto. Why would their stance change now? Obviously, they may come out now and say in support of it just to get the voters, just to get more voters, because they know we've got millions and millions of people in crypto in the United States. So they may come out in support of crypto, as Harris might do at some point. But I just don't trust them whatsoever. Because in terms of the Republicans, I've seen more of them over the years who have been more pro. Not all, but most of them have been quite pro, especially the younger have been out there in support of Bitcoin mining and such like. So I don't want to really get more political, but Jamie says here, over the past months, the Bank of Japan and the BPOC have added 400 billion to 97 billion respectively. The broader global money base has explained by 1.2 trillion, which has been significantly aided by the sharp decline of the US dollar. It suggests that it's coordinated with the Fed's consent. Drawing comparisons to similar stages in the previous cycle, obviously, play exactly as it is in the past. 2017, we saw Bitcoin rally by 19x. 2020, Bitcoin rallied 6x. 2024, what is it? 2 to 3x is his estimate. For Bitcoin to meet the target, Dixie will need to be well below 101. Can't get the word out. Prompted by ongoing central bank injections. This would push the global M2 well over 120 trillion this cycle. Finally, as I noted yesterday, this is a neutral state in credit-based fractions reserve system. The money supply must continually expand to support the outstanding debt. Otherwise, will collapse. And basically, what he's saying is everybody's coming back in September. October. We've got all, like I said, with the presidential election, and we've got obviously we're starting to get hopefully the FO. Jerome Powell are going to start cutting interest rates as well, like, and we're going to go to probably, I think, 25 basis points. That's where I think we're going to go. Nothing's ever 100% sure on that, but that's where I think Jerome Powell in the FOMC meeting is going to get to. And if we get that cut, and obviously the money printers are going to come on, obviously that is going to inject more liquidity into the markets, and hopefully that's going to bring it into crypto as well. But one of the tokens that I am mega bullish on, and I keep on talking about it all the time, is obviously CRO, because of obviously crypto.com and the Kronos ecosystem. And now we know the Kronos ecosystem is live. And yeah, the ZKEVM is now live. And we can see here it's the first layer of -2 ZK chain alongside ZK Sync. Era has officially launched. Alpha Mainnet, this market is a momentum step in scaling Ethereum and the broader ZK chain ecosystem, bringing the most advanced DeFi dApps to the masses. And we can actually see that people are starting to come to this chain, and it is starting to build it, because you only have to go onto X to actually have a look who's building on. We can see here we've got Gecko Terminal, for an example, is to the Kronos is ZKVM. The Gecko Terminal now tracks all tokens, liquidity, and pools. And then also we've got Kronos ZKF blast off with Ethereum scaling revolution, gains powerful Hackanoon as well, which is building on there. And we could push fun is also building on there. You know, we could just keep on going down. You just go to the X and look at their feed, and you can just see who's building. Wolf Swaps on there. We've got lots of building, financial and also gaming as well. It's just like I said, it's an early chain, but it's getting bigger and bigger. And all we need to do is get that momentum and get it out there to the crypto masses as well. Like, so it's all about getting out there to let people know what is the Kronos ecosystem and what is being built on there. And like I said, I am really am bullish on the crypto.com and the Kronos. I know we get a lot of naysayers, but also when you get crypto.com getting themselves out there to 3 billion football fans primarily, and then also non-football fans, because we will just see that advertisement get out there, and that's going to bring more and more people. I know some people don't like crypto.com. We see that on the X feeds. But at the end of the day, those haters cannot deny it, that crypto.com is getting out there to the masses and spreading the word, not just about crypto.com, but crypto as a whole. And that is what we need. Positive light on the, because over the bear market, we have the FTX gas, Celsius, brought so many negative, and obviously with what happened with Binance and that CZ going to prison, it didn't really bring good light onto the crypto space. But actually, crypto.com, what they're doing is they're bringing a lot to the space. People, like I said, call it trash. To me, they're just basically, I just wipe them out. Anybody who says that, I just basically unfollow them, because it's pathetic in what a lot of people say. And I know some out there, Crypto Lifer was one of them. I don't mind saying that. I used to follow him. I used to love watching his channels. And then we come out, it's a stupid comment, crypto.com is trash. Right, okay, then unfollow. As simple as that. People like that, I just unfollowed. And actually, a lot of these other YouTubers, I do unfollow, because I don't need it anymore. I don't really need to do that. I know what I'm looking at now. You know, over the years, I've just built up a time in that. But we'll just have to zoom out at crypto.com and the Kronos. And that is why I think the prices, I know, doesn't seem to be reflecting it now, but it will. When the alt season starts, CRO, I do say it, and I said it in many videos, I really do think it's going to $1. It's going to $1.50 and $2. I think it's going to top out around about $2. That is my opinion, and that's where I think it's going to go. And the movements are going to start, I think, around about the October time. I think that's when we're going to start to get the movement all the way up to 2025, maybe the first and second quarter into 2025. I think we're starting to run and that. And I think Bitcoin obviously is going to lead the way. We just got to watch out. All I'm saying is just got to watch out for the dominance as well, the Bitcoin dominance. But look at this. If I actually go onto the weekly, going off sidetrack on crypto.com and Kronos. But like I said, we're getting to that pivotal point now on that rising wedge, which is generally bearish. And we're coming up to that pinnacle point of it now. And this is where I think we're sort of coming on it. We might come up a little bit more. And then I think we're just going to start coming down. And that is when that liquidity is going to start to come into the altcoins and to CRO. And I really do think that with CRO, at $2, that's my target. Let me know in the comments. What do you think? Do you think we're going to go to $1? Do you think we're going to $2? Where do you think we're going to peak out in terms of crypto, the Crow coin? But also, just like I say, on Kronos, you've just got to zoom out on the price target. Zoom out and obviously be patient because it will come in the end. It doesn't, if you've been through the bear market like me, it doesn't feel like it's ever going to happen. We had that little move up from 4 cents to 5 cents. And then we went all the way up to 18 pence and then come all the way back below 10 pence. You just got to be patient and just go wait. And for me, I'm not capitulate because I know if I ever capitulated, that is when the bull market really starts and I'm going to miss the boat. What am I going to be more angry about? Am I going to be a bit more angry at the moment, like the prices are coming down? Or I sell now and then the prices are skyrocket and I miss life-changing money? I'm going to be more angry about that side of things. So anyway, stay safe out there. Get out there, touch a bit of grass, enjoy your holidays, and just if you haven't got the money to buy the dip, like I said, nothing's financial advice I say on here. It's all for entertainment. But for me, I've been buying a little bit of the dip. I've done that now. If we do drop a little bit more, I will buy a little bit more CRO. But I'm always buying a dip because obviously I stake and I earn CRO every day. So there we go. Hope you enjoyed this video. Like I said, slap that like, slap the subscription. It's always much appreciated. And I'll see you soon in the next video. Take care.